Hey everyone, Matt with Body by Brady, and I'm with one of our clients, Dave, today.
Hey, everybody.
Um, so today he just got done with the workout. He did a 7:15 this morning.
Pardon the hair.
Yeah. So let's talk about, tell people where your life was at before you started working out. What made you want to work out? What were you looking for in a program?
Yeah. So I'm, dad, job,
Yeah.
work, 8-year-old, 6-year-old at home. So, about 8 years ago, I started getting out of the workout routine.
Okay.
And just over 8 years, just kind of got more and more out of shape as time went on. And, just started getting tired of walking up and down stairs,
Yeah.
kind of getting a little out of breath, thinking, geez, this is not good. And,
Yeah.
my son now, he's big into soccer. So
Okay.
we've been playing in the yard, and
There you go.
it was getting to the point where he was whooping up on me. So I said,
Okay.
man, I need to do something. So I started trying to, do a little soul searching and trying to figure out what I should do next. And I'm kind of a numbers nerd. So,
Okay.
went out and did, I know you talked about, what is it, Carolina Health Center up here or whatever.
Yeah.
Did something similar to that, just not there.
Yeah.
This was before I started here. So got all my blood work done and kind of looked at the numbers, and it was really the first time I ever sat down and looked at all those numbers, the cholesterol and all the other blood work that they do, and decided it was time to make change.
It really puts it in perspective when you see it on paper.
It does. And yeah,
Because sometimes you don't feel it, but
Right.
the blood work tells the full story.
Right, absolutely. So just a combination of those things, kind of
Yeah.
feeling out of shape, just doing regular day-to-day things, walking up and down the stairs, playing soccer with my son, getting winded pretty quickly, and
Okay.
and then just kind of looking at my health in general, really sitting down and really diving into numbers and understanding what they mean, and
Yeah.
said, it's time for change, and started doing a lot of research into different options out there, and I've heard about Body by Brady, and just from some of your Facebook posts, and came and met with you, and I think one of the things for me, kind of again with that whole kind of 8-year window with getting out of shape, I grew up, I played just about every sport there was.
Okay.
Was in the Navy for a long time, and I think with those is a lot of accountability.
Yeah.
You're working for your teammates, the military, you're doing regular fitness tests, you're always active, command workouts, things like that. So there's a lot of accountability there. And I think once you take some of that accountability away, and you start focusing more on just life in general, you got responsibilities all over the place, work, family. You kind of put yourself in the back seat, and health, I think, is just one of those. And so that's one of the things I heard about here, which was from my previous clients, and really figured this is at least something to try.
Yeah. And I think that's where a lot of people is having an appointment makes the difference than just showing up to the gym, because you can build that into a busy schedule.
Mm-hmm.
And then when someone else is depending on you to be there,
right,
it makes you more apt to go.
Well, I think even here, it's not just the staff, you and the trainers that are out there. It's also the people that you work out with regularly. Pick different hours or whatever, but it's a small community, so you get to meet different people, and you work out with a lot of the same people. So you kind of, not only do you have your staff holding you accountable, but you're kind of holding each other accountable too. And
Definitely.
Hey, why weren't you here last week? Or where were you? What happened? So,
and it helps just keep you on track,
absolutely.
Through the way.
Yeah.
So, what are some things that you've seen changes wise since you've been here?
I've had amazing changes. So I've been here for like 5 months now, I think, 5 or somewhere around there. I lost about 50 pounds.
Awesome.
I feel huge changes just in, my body in general. Playing soccer with my son, to keep up with him. I still got a little ways to go to be able to really dominate with him, but we'll get there. Getting a lot of compliments. Hey, you've lost a lot of weight. Hey, you're looking good. I can see the muscle definition, things like that.
Has it helped work performance or perform better at work?
Yeah, I think it is. And I think this is, you kind of put yourself with all these other responses. You kind of focus on those and forget that, hey, by not taking care of yourself, you're really taking away from some of those other responsibilities. But I've had better focus during the day. I feel like I get more done.
Okay.
So a lot of big changes, and I have had follow up with some of that blood work, and I've seen huge improvements there.
Has it it doesn't make it easier. Like nutrition's a big part of this. So
Yeah.
does it make it easier to eat better and stuff like that when you're making these changes?
It does. I mean, I think it gives you some motivation when you come in, you realize, hey, I just worked out really hard for 45 minutes and put in a lot of effort. So throughout the day, when you have, those temptations, the candy that's lying out, or the chips, or the pretzels, or you kind of think, is it worth it? Is it worth that extra time in the gym or on a treadmill? Or
definitely.
And you think, I think I'll go with something a little bit healthier choice.
Yeah, awesome. So, what's some of your favorite things about being here?
The biggest one is it is a good community.
Yeah.
It's not just the staff, but it's the people that are here too, the people that you work out with. Everyone keeps it light. So, there are people in different phases of the journey, people that are just starting out, and people have been here for a year or more.
Yeah.
So you have people that are in kind of just those different phases, but everyone's kind of pushing each other along and motivating each other, and kind of holding each other accountable. So I think that's a big part of it.
Do you feel like the trainers get the most out of you no matter where you're at in the journey? They're able to make those changes in the workout?
Yeah, so people, when they first start out, there's a lot of modifications. Hey, I can't do the exercise this way, or you have an injury, or you're just not physically at that point yet. So it's try it this way, or try this exercise instead. So the trainers are very knowledgeable, and they can accommodate all those different stages. And I think a lot of it too is on you as the individual here. You can again modify it to make exercise harder. So it's kind of up to you to push yourself, so that in that 45 minutes you're gonna walk out of here spent and tired.
Definitely. So what's your favorite day to show up on?
For me, so I've been sticking to the Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays. So we just kind of changed the program up a little bit. So that is a little bit different. I think so. I was always a fan of the total body ones. They really push you hard.
So what's your favorite exercise?
Be
careful how you answer this.
Every exercise is a love-hate relationship. You hate it while you're doing it, but I like the variety that we do. There's definitely full body ones. There are some that are just good for kind of strengthening, and then there are other ones that I kind of like. Some of the we could just let your aggression out. Sledgehammers on a tire and slamming balls down. And, you kind of focus on your frustrations outside of the gym and kind of work some of those out.
And then with the busy life, have you found it nice to have a flexible schedule with the working out, with the morning or in the afternoon?
Yeah. So I was pretty regularly coming in the morning. That's it's been working with work schedule, but as of prior to about 3 months ago, I was coming in the evenings. Again, that was just a work style, work change, and before I had more time in the evening, so I could come in and do the workouts then. Now everything is kind of shifted, but you can schedule it and change it. You can plan out for the entire month. But then you can still change it a week in advance if something's coming up. So there is a lot of flexibility there.
So obviously with personal training, there's investment when you come into it. What were some of the things that you were looking for? Were you looking more for value, more for price? What were you looking for when it came down to making the investment here? Because we are more than what a lot of places are around here.
Right.
So what made you decide to make that extra investment?
I think for me, I was looking more at value initially. I don't know if you remember the first day I came in. I reached out to you on Facebook, I think, and you said, come on in for just to meet or whatever. And got a little tour, and you had a shorter period, so I think it was a month-long trial membership. And I said, what the heck, I'll do that. And then it was really that when I realized, hey, there is a difference, between going to another gym where you're on your own, you go in and and that works for some people. But I think here, at least for me, at least starting out, because like I said, I was on sports teams and military where there was that accountability, and then you take that away, and I think we just lose sight of investing in ourselves and putting yourself first for a change. And then it's very easy to say, I'm gonna skip today, or I'm gonna go home and hang out with family, or I have a project at work that can't wait. So for me, it was that extra accountability. And then, like you said, there's a lot more. There's tips, regular tips. Every day you're sending something out about nutrition or this workout or that workout or this, how to do this exercise differently. So I think a lot of that adds value as well.
Awesome. So if someone's watching this or they're watching the replay of this later, and they're just on the fence with, getting started or just taking action, I think that's the biggest thing that people don't do is just take action on making a change. You don't have to make a total 180 life change in one day, but it's taking those first steps. And that's what we talk about a lot here. It's not the sprint, it's the journey. It's those small wins that lead to the big wins. So what would you say to someone that's watching this, that's just sitting there on the fence?
So I probably have two pieces of advice, or at least things that I thought about when I was getting to going through that process of figuring out how I wanted to get myself back on track. And I think the first one was, I think a lot of people put everything else first. And if there's one thing in your life that is worth being selfish about, it's your health. Right?
Yeah.
So it's something that it's going to have effects on you for the rest of your life.
And you only get one.
You only get one. You get one shot at this game.
Yeah.
So for once in your life, be selfish. Put yourself first. Work will always be there. Take that 45 minutes or an hour. A few times a week, couple times a week. And focus on yourself. And I think kind of the second follow-up to that is by doing that, you're going to help yourself in those other areas of your life. So like I said, I feel like I have more energy throughout the day. So I feel like I'm getting more done at work and, more effective in those times, probably clearer in thought with some of those things. And then family too, you're taking a little bit of time away from your family to focus on yourself and invest in yourself. But the dividends are the quality of the time that you spend with them later on. So rather than, wanting to sit down and watch a show or something with your family, you can play soccer in the backyard. So I think it's by
quality time,
by being selfish, or you think you're being selfish. At least that's how I felt when I started. You don't necessarily see the long-term implications where by being selfish in this area of my life, you're actually helping the other areas of your life.
Awesome. Well, thanks for taking a few moments out of your morning to come talk with us this morning. Keep up the good work. And hopefully, if you're interested, you guys will come in for a workout and you'll be able to do a workout with Dave. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great morning. Great day. Bye.
Great day, everybody.